What's up?
No.
Oh, shit.
Hey, what's up?
Go.
How has your week been, Sarah?
Busy.
How was Thanksgiving?
Fattening.
Yeah, I had a lot of ham. So much ham.
I had so much mashed potatoes.
I had so much sweet potatoes.
Also nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tales from the Fix. Today our topic is Spider-Man, and with me today is Keith McIntyre.
Get me pictures of his ass!
I will do so. And Sarah.
I will make all your favorite characters gay.
Brilliant! So, we're on a bit of a short kind of schedule here. I gotta leave for work in about 55 minutes. Doesn't take that long to record this show. Don't know why, it's sounding like it's urgent. So, Keith and I were talking about that new Star Wars trailer. Sarah, have you seen it?
Yes.
I like that stupid lightsaber.
One with the tiny little,
Yeah, the little cross
lightsabers on the side.
Crossguard! It's a fucking crossguard! It's a literal part of an actual sword. I am completely fine with it.
It won't stop a lightsaber from coming down and hitting his hand because it's still like the metal bits are still sticking out a bit, and it just looks like he has a separate button to turn those on too, and I just think it looks gloriously stupid, and I love it. It's my favorite thing. Like I saw that, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go see this movie.
But no, what really got me excited was the chasing shot of the Millennium Falcon. Like, in the prequels, it just looks so CGI-y. In this one, it looks like, the Millennium Falcon is actually real, you know?
Yeah, like they had a guy with the grips
It
taking
actually
care
looks
of it.
realistic.
I too am excited about the new Star Wars movie.
I'm just kind of pissed that it doesn't come out until literally like next year. Like not even like past January. Like we're talking like December something 2015.
I mean, there are some good movies coming out before then.
I know. I'm just saying though, but
We still have plenty of porn to watch.
I mean, I'm excited about the new Hobbit movie coming out.
same here. The Battle of the Five Armies. Yeah, I'm stoked for it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see that.
I'm gonna cry so hard. Because all of them are alive right now, and you know that by the end of it, all of them should not be alive.
Have you read the book?
I know what happens.
You need to read the book.
Spoilers!
Go home and read the book like now. Let's just leave the podcast and read the book.
I read the book when I was a kid, and I can't remember anything about it. So that's
Like-
I mean, just knowing the other Lord of the Rings movie, you know who was supposed to not be alive. Just
Like
for
I would
plot.
say, I'm the Shattered's. I'm probably the Shattered's biggest Tolkien fan.
which is
so-
weird because I am the Tolkien of the Shattered. So deal with that.
Motherfucker, I will fight you for that. But no, like I've read the book probably in the range of a dozen times. The Lord of the Rings probably more. The Silmarillion at least 10 times. Book of Lost Tales like 8 or 9. Pretty much I've read everything that J.R. Tolkien has written concerning that universe, probably in the multiple times. Like
Damn.
that's how much I love that is the world he created.
I've done role plays. That's about as far as I'm invested.
How can you do roleplay if you don't understand the world you're role playing in?
I understand the world. I just don't understand the history of a specific
Do you know what the
character.
gods are? Do you know what the gods they worship? Do you know the history of the world?
I know, like, Tolkien made the Silmarillion in order to dispel, like, some sort of paganism that people thought he was trying to bring about.
He created a pagan pantheon.
It's not so much of a pagan pantheon as there is, like, a god and a devil and, like, various angels.
No. There's Ilúvatar, who is the one. He is sort of like the close to the Gnostic monad, in that everything is an emanation from him. There are the Valar, who are the closest analog they would have would be the Norse gods. One of which was Melkor, who was second only to Manwë in power. Manwë being the strongest of the gods. And Melkor desired to create for himself and take for himself creation, to usurp Ilúvatar. And so he basically set himself against the rest of the gods, and that pretty much pushes the whole first part of the Silmarillion forward.
Okay, enough of the shitty nerd talk. Let's get down to some Spider-Man fan fictions.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, you nerd, I'm gonna go read my Spider-Man fan fiction. I'm sorry, Keith. Oh god, I hurt Keith's feelings. Oh shit.
Way to go, Frank.
Sarah, would you like to start this week? I don't think I've ever had you start.
I can.
Alright.
Alrighty. This is not titled. Peter Parker, aka the Spider-Man, had told Green Goblin to meet him up at the roof of a tall tower at the late of night, the starry night and moon making it really romantic and mysterious. Upon reaching the top, Peter dangled from a web against the wall, when suddenly, from right beside him was a chuckle. His spidey senses didn't tingle because it wasn't dangerous, so he was surprised and shot a web out into the distance. Turning around, he saw him, the weird green goblin mask of the Green Goblin. "I know who you really are, Green Goblin," Peter said, standing his ground determined. "Then say it," the raspy voice replied, jumping off his hoverboard and walking closer to the Spider-Man. "You're Norman Osborn," Peter shouted, feeling betrayed and hurt. "You know me, Peter, and I know you love me," Norman said, surprising Peter that he also knew who he was and also knew he had his true feelings. Peter turned away, frustrated and confused, but Goblin pulled him back and embraced him, hugging him close. I do love you," Peter whispered. "And I love you." Tipping Peter low, he slipped the Spider-Man's mask up and began to remove his own. Capturing and locking lips together, they kissed under the night sky for all to see, but none knowing. Pulling away, Spider-Man gasped and swung his fist out, knocking the man above him away while dropping himself onto his butt. "What the fuck, Deadpool?" he yelled as the masked red man held his nose and laughed.
Twist ending. So, is Deadpool now going to be your Shrek, Sarah?
What?
Will Deadpool be your Shrek?
Maybe. I mean, I can imagine him popping in and out of different stories just for the hell of it.
It would make sense.
I mean, this was specific because, I mean, a lot of people ship Deadpool and Spider-Man together. A lot of people.
Well, yeah, they both wear red.
I mean, also, like, their interactions in the comics are just hilarious. He teases Spider-Man so much.
All right. Keith, would you like to go next?
Sure. All right. This one doesn't really have a name either. Spider-Man is fighting the Green Goblin, and the Green Goblin knocks him onto the top of a roof. And Spider-Man says, "Who are you?" And you just hear a voice say, "I'm Batman." And Peter Parker's like, "What? I'm Batman!" Ah! And Spider-Man's like, "That doesn't even make any sense! I'm Batman!" Ah! And so Spider-Man's like, "Why are you doing this to me?" "Because I'm Batman!" Ah! And then Spider-Man says, "You're not Batman, you're the Green Goblin, take off your mask." And so the Green Goblin takes off his mask and is like, I'm famed movie actor William Dafoe. Ah! And Spider-Man's like, "That's not true! That's impossible!" And he's like, "I show my dick on camera." Ah! And Spider-Man says, "Why are you doing this to me, famed actor William Dafoe?" And he's like, "Because I'm Batman." Ah! And so then Spider-Man says, Why? And then Willem Dafoe takes off his Willem Dafoe mask to reveal another Willem Dafoe face, but with a domino mask on. And then he rips off his metal uniform, which just happens to be Breakaway. And he's wearing a brown uniform with MA on the front and his ass cut out in the back. And he's like, "I'm not named after Willem Dafoe. I'm that shitty asshole, Monkey Adam." And Spider-Man's like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm that shitty person, Monkey Adam. And I'm about to send you to hell." And Spider-Man gets up and he starts punching Willem Dafoe / Monkey Adam until they're at the edge of the precipice at the edge of the building. Looking down, he sees he's right above the trash furnace. And with a final yell, "Go to hell, Monkey Adam!" Peter Parker shoves Willem Dafoe off into the furnace. The end.
Very strong start, very strong finish.
I enjoyed that.
You didn't get it at all, though, the references.
So have you ever heard Go to Hell Monkey Adam?
No.
You should. It's a Podtoid thing. Go to hell, Monkey Adam! I'm going to hell where you can't find me!
I just greatly appreciated the William Dafoe put in and
Why do
voice.
people call him William? That always gets on my nerves.
I said Willem.
You said William like 3 times.
I said Willem. It's just hard. I just have an Oklahoma accent. It's hard for it to get that out.
Okay. You are forgiven. All right. As I prepare my story, I'm going to send Sarah. Would you like to read this week's fanfiction of the week?
I don't have one.
No, I have one. I'm going to send it to you.
If it has Willem Dafoe, you have to use a Willem Dafoe voice.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I'm ready to do a William Dafoe voice.
All right. Well, I'm going to read mine out. Sarah, I just sent you the fanfiction of the week. Would you like to read that?
All right.
I'm done. Okay. So, I actually did name my fanfiction, unlike you fucking lazy bastards. Mine is called I Dreamed a Dream of Spider-Man. and this is this is the first sexual fanfiction I've written since our second episode, so this will be a treat. Let's begin. J. Jonah Jameson, played by J. Jonah Jameson from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, is in his office, looking at some photographs. He slams his fist on his desk and yells, "Parker! Get the fuck in here!" Peter Parker, milquetoast photojournalist and secretly the Spider-Man, enters the office. He does this so quickly that you can imagine he was just waiting on the other side of the door, possibly for hours, waiting for his chance to come inside. "Parker, you motherfucker! I need some photographs of that fucking Spider-Man, you no good piece of shit!" Specks of spit flew out of J. Jonah Jameson's mouth, flecking Parker in his face. He loved it. Ever since he had started working at the Daily Bugle, or whatever it's called, he had been incredibly turned on by J. Jonah Jameson's verbal abuse. "You cock-eating waste of dog shit! You're lower than low! A cockroach would have to get on its knees so that you could suck its dick! Fuck you!" Tremors spiked down Parker's spine, down the length of his cock, ending in a spark of pre-cum at his bell end. Without warning, J. Jonah Jameson charges up to Parker and thrusts his hand out, clenching Parker's Peter in a tight grip. "Are you even fucking listening to me, you stupid idiot?" Peter Parker hadn't realized that he was swimming in wet daydreams. The shock of having his powerful master grab his spider dick out of nowhere caused him to recoil. Spider sense, probably. But not before J. Jonah Jameson felt the wetness on the end of a half-erect penis through Parker's jean shorts, commonly known as jorts. A brief moment of time, made slow and seemingly endless, both by the awkward tension and Peter's spidery senses. J. Jonah Jameson stood there, shocked, his hand still where Parker's dick was a few moments ago. Peter, once he came to his senses, began slowly backing towards the office door. "Parker! Wait!" J. Jonah Jameson sounded like he was pleading. I had no idea!" Peter, still incredibly embarrassed, ran out of the room, leaving J. Jonah Jameson to himself and his thoughts. How could he have not seen it before? The way that kid just absorbed the abuse he spat out at him, there was no way he could have just taken all of that without at least liking it a bit. But to have liked it that much, but no. His heart belonged elsewhere. He could not turn his back on the one he truly wished to be with. He walked over to the window and saw the Spider-Man swinging by, most likely on the way to some crime or whatever. J. Jonah Jameson sighed, placed his hand on the window, and he began to sing. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that Parker would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid. No song unsung, no webs untasted. He carried on like that for the remainder of the song, until the Spider-Man probably heard him and came to the window. "Spider-Man, my love, why are you here?" "I heard your song, probably. J. Jonah Jameson. Do you wanna be my lover?"
So Spider-Man is Bob Dylan?
Yes, I forgot to mention that he's played by Bob Dylan. Yes, Spider-Man, I do! Then J. Jonah Jameson immediately grabbed Spider-Man by the dick, and he shouted, "Holy fuck, you're Parker! Shit! Yelled Spider-Man. He then threw J. Jonah Jameson out of the window in order to protect his identity. I'll get you, Spider-Man! The end.
That was awesome.
I liked that musical number. That was a nice touch.
I'm really glad I did it now. Alright. Sarah, would you like to read out our fan fiction of the week, starting with the name, the author, and the description?
Well, the name is Spidey Knight. Probably won't say who it's by, but it's not by us. I'm a fan.
Why? You got a problem with who it's by?
I don't want to reveal people's identities, but let's just say he goes by the name of Big John. Then some other numbers.
Do you know this Big John personally?
No, but they are quite not original in their names.
Okay.
Spidey Knight. I'm a fan. I admit it. I always thought that fans were the worst. Just simple fools who live out their own little world, never minding what other people think. But now that I am a fan, the biggest fan, I don't mind so much. Spider-Man is my life. My walls explode with posters and memorabilia, my bedsheets depicting some web-slinging action. I have multiple costumes, have memorized all his hilarious puns, and my drawers and bookshelves overflow with comic books that I've collected over my mere 15 years. One night, I lie in bed, dreaming of Spider-Man. I fantasize that he catches me once I fall off a building, screaming as I go. He takes me in his arms and we swing away, the sunset engulfing us like a cloud of dust. Suddenly, I hear a creak. I awake with a start and notice my windows open. I feel the cold air wash into the room and I cross it to close. As I touch the pane, I immediately notice something sticky across the open space. I touch it. It's Webb. He's here. Suddenly I hear a voice call from behind. Spider-Man! Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Comes a web in your ass. Gets you hard. Spider fast. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Fuck you, Frank. I spin and suddenly he's standing there. He wears his mask, but I can tell he's smiling. Hey there, kid, he says chirpily. Why don't you lay back and I'll show you what my powers can do. I hastily get back in bed, but leave the covers off. Suddenly, he touches his crotch area and I hear a zip. He's not wearing anything underneath, and his massive penis falls out like a snake, wild and untamed. Good thing only Superman wears underwear, huh, kid? He laughs.
That's a great one.
I stare in amazement, wondering what happens next. But before I know it, I'm on my knees on the bed, my mouth envelops his power-enhanced member, and I push back and forth with my tongue, running it along the wet tip. He groans, laughing while he does it. After his spider sting is nice and erect, he immediately comes massive strand of webbing, spraying it all along my wall, covering my face with the white goodness. I lick it all around my mouth, just managing to swallow. It's bitter and slightly hard, almost tasting like stale because of spidery tang.
I'm so sorry I made you read this, Sarah.
I'm sorry I didn't read it before actually reading it now. Okay, kid, Spider-Man silkily says. Let's go. The next hour goes by like a blur. He takes me in his powerful Spidey hands and puts me on my hands and knees. So, I'm glad I'm his biggest fan. I'm so glad he found me. He thrusts hard into my asshole, pounding again and again while he laughs and screams with delight, filling it with sticky webbing. I know this will almost never come out. As he ends, I accidentally feel a shit coming out, but it caught by the webbing. All the shit and webbing completely filling my butt, overflowing with wetness. I smile. It'll be a good reminder of the night Spider-Man came to town. Next, he climbs onto the wall and I stand below him as he shits web down my open mouth. So, I think to myself as I drink the solid webbing, the rumors are true. He gives a spider shriek as it all falls out and he spins out of control, coming off the wall and falling onto me. He goes into backwards cowboy position. That's right, I've done my research. And he shoots web onto the wall, pulling himself forward and back, laughing as his huge spidey butthole explores the edges of my penis. He pushes down forcefully and webbing shoots out from all ends as he cries with pleasure and pain. From his ass, his penis, his mouth, and his commonly known wrists. My room is suddenly becomes a maze of webbing, sticky whiteness all around. I shudder in pain. But it's a good pain. I've made Spider-Man happy, the savior of the world, my hero. Before he takes off out the window, he leaves a web shit in my room. I thank him, falling back into the webbing that fills my bedroom. I will keep it forever.
I just like the image, like right before he leaves, he just like, wait, just leaves a web shit. All right, I'm done. I'm out.
Where the fuck did you find this?
I looked for like the least favorited Spider-Man fanfiction under 1,000 words M-rated on fanfiction.net.
The least favorite?
That's what I found.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was an
really
adventure.
Bad now.
That was quite the adventure.
Okay. Do you guys want to decide what we're doing this week? I know what we're doing for episode 8. If that's still going on. I know the episode after the next episode we're doing Sonic. What do you want to do before that?
Power Rangers?
Power Rangers works for me.
Alright,
Power Rangers. Ladies and gentlemen, that
I can
was...
rip on them for ripping off Super Sentai.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Tales from the Fic, episode 6. This episode's topic was the Spider-Man and stuff.
and
web shits. With me today was Keith McIntyre.
No, motherfucker.
And Sarah. Keith, do you have anything you want to say? Like anything you need
What I
to get off
plug
your
every
chest?
week, which I don't feel like going through this week, so the only thing I want to plug is you, baby.
I hate you, Frank, for having me read that.
Sarah, is there any crimes you need to confess to?
Alright. Well, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Go to hell. Hey guys, Frank Margarelli here again. Thank you for listening to our show, Tales from the Fic. With me today was Keith McIntyre and Sarah. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Margarella, or you can follow my website on Twitter at Turtlecade, or you can just go to my website itself, turtlecade.com. I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't, you prick. Our music comes from Incompetech.com. That music is by Kevin MacLeod. He is completely unaffiliated with us, so just don't assume that he is, asshole. We also used a MIDI version of the song I Dream a Dream from the play Les Miserables. And that's about it. I love you.